Welcome to What Is, the channel where we ask the important questions, and today's question: what is a country? What do the Vatican, the United States, and Nauru all have in common? They're all countries. Well, technically, but what is a country, really? Is it just land with people? A flag? A national anthem? Let's unpack this deceptively simple question. At first glance, a country might seem like an obvious concept. A place with borders, a government, and people. But ask a political scientist, a lawyer, or a geographer, and you'll get slightly different answers. The most widely accepted definition comes from something called the Montevideo Convention of 1933. According to it, a country or state must have 4 things. 1. A permanent population. 2. A defined territory. 3. A government. And 4th, the ability to enter into relations with other countries. So if a place ticks all those boxes, congratulations, it's a country. But in practice, it's not that simple. Let's look at the real world, where things get messy. Taiwan, for example, has its own government, currency, military, and citizens. But many countries, including China, don't recognize it as independent. Palestine is recognized by over 130 countries, but not by the United Nations as a full member. Kosovo declared independence in 2008 and is recognized by over 100 countries, but not by others, including some major powers. So recognition matters a lot. Without it, being a country is like being invited to a party but not allowed through the door. That leads to the next question. Who decides what counts as a country? There's no global judge banging a gavel and handing out citizenship certificates, but the United Nations is the closest thing we've got. If a place is a full member of the UN, it's generally accepted as a real, legitimate country on the world stage. Right now, there are 193 UN member states, plus 2 observer states, the Vatican and Palestine. But even that's not the whole story. Some places operate like independent countries, but aren't widely recognized. They're sometimes called de facto states. Take Somaliland. It broke away from Somalia in the 1990s. It has its own government, elections, even its own currency. But without recognition, it remains stuck in diplomatic limbo. And then there's the question of size. Does that matter? Apparently not. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, just over 100 acres. That's smaller than some amusement parks, but it's fully sovereign and recognized. Meanwhile, Greenland is huge, about a quarter the size of the entire United States, but it's technically not a country. It's part of the Kingdom of Denmark. So it's not about landmass, it's about sovereignty and how many other countries are willing to treat you like one of them. And what about territories that want to be countries but aren't? Places like Northern Cyprus, Transnistria, or South Ossetia all claim independence and have their own governments, but few nations recognize them. In some cases, only one country recognizes them. In others, not even that. So their status becomes a sort of geopolitical Schrodinger's cat. They exist and don't, depending on who you ask. So, what is a country? Technically, it's a place with people, land, a government, and the ability to make deals with other countries. But beyond that, it's a political idea. It's about recognition, legitimacy, and diplomacy. You can raise a flag, write a constitution, and declare independence. But unless other nations accept you as a peer, you're playing international dress-up. Being a country isn't just about claiming you exist. It's about getting the world to agree. Thanks for listening. And remember, next time someone points to a map and says, "That's a country," the real question is, according to who? Until the next What Is question, like, comment, and subscribe.